Hey everyone, and welcome to the course Rive Masterclass for Designers. This course is all about learning animation and interaction in Rive, how to bring your designs to life and make them react in real time. Throughout the full course, we'll go from the core principles of motion and state machines to Rive's most advanced tools, all while building one evolving project, a fully interactive animated weather app called Weather Buddy. You'll build dynamic animated weather backgrounds, a living avatar that reacts to the forecast, and even customize it, all without writing a single line of code. Today's free session is a quick preview, a fast, hands-on look at what Rive can do, and a taste of the full course. There's a lot packed into this one, so we won't go deep into every feature just yet. So if something's unclear, that's totally fine. We'll unpack it all step by step in the full course. In this short session, we'll bring the Heatwave avatar to life, add a natural blink, and wire two buttons to switch its outfits, all in real time, with no code. Let's dive in. To download the starter project file for this lesson, use the link in the video description below. Once you have it, open Rive, go to Personal Files, and drag the file into your Rive workspace. Then, open it. You'll see a project with several artboards. Find the artboard named Avatar, select it, and press Command F to focus on it. This is where we'll make all our changes. Let's take a look at the current artboard. Hit the play button at the top to preview the animation. You'll notice everything's still frozen, except for a small highlight on the glasses that I added earlier. And if you try clicking the toggle buttons, nothing happens just yet. So let's start by bringing our character to life with a simple blinking motion. When we hit play, Rive automatically switches to Animate mode. That's where we create the motion. Rive has two modes, Animate for animation and Design for creating the assets we'll animate later. In the full course, we'll dive into Rive's design tools in Lesson 3 and build an avatar from scratch. Today, we're starting with a prepared design so we can focus on the animation. Let's start by creating the blink effect. Go to the toolbar, select the rectangle tool, and create a rectangle over the eyes. This will act as a mask. It will clip the eyes so we can animate a blink. On the right, you'll see the Properties panel. That's where we can adjust the rectangle's size. Let's set it to 120 pixels wide and 10 pixels high. Let's go to the Hierarchy panel and place it right under the Eyes Master group. Then group it with Command G and name the group Eyes Mask. We'll go deeper into grouping and hierarchy later in Lesson 4. Let's open that group, find the rectangle, and set its fill to 70% so you can see through it. You can see it's roughly centered over the eyes. Let's align it precisely. Great! Now we want this rectangle to clip the eyes. Inside Eyes Master, there's a group called Eyes. That's where the actual eye shapes live. Open it up, and you'll see the right and left eyes inside. Let's close the group and add a clipping mask. Over in the Properties panel, there's a section called Clip. That's where we can add one. Click the plus button and choose the Eyes Mask group we made earlier. That'll be our mask. You can see how the eyes clipped by the mask. Nice! Already the character feels much more expressive. Let's select the Eyes Mask. In the Properties panel, you'll see Scale X and Scale Y. They control the shape's size on each axis and let us squash or stretch it. That's exactly what we'll animate to make the eyes blink. Let's try lowering Scale Y. See how it squashes down? As it gets closer to 0, it looks like the eyes are closing. And when we bring it back to 100, they open up again. Let's keep it at 100% as our starting point. That's the motion we'll animate. A little squash and release for the blink. Before we start, let's remove the fill from the rectangle. We only need it as a mask, not something you actually see. Select the shape, go to the Properties panel, and remove its fill. Now let's switch back to Animate mode. By default, every artboard in Rive comes with its own timeline and state machine already set up. Let's open the timeline. This is where we create animations in Rive. We'll use it to build the blinking motion. Let's begin by selecting the Eyes Mask group. At the first frame, the eyes should be fully open, so we'll keep Scale Y at 100%. In the Properties panel, there's a small diamond icon next to Scale Y. Clicking it adds a keyframe. This is how we tell Rive to save that value in the animation. You'll also notice the keyframe icon now appears on the timeline itself. Don't worry about keyframes and timelines just yet. We'll explore them in detail in Lesson 5. Let's go back to the timeline. Here is where we control the timing of our animation. Every frame represents a moment in time. Let's move forward 5 frames, and at this point, set Scale Y to 0%. That'll create the closing motion for our blink. Now the eyes are fully closed. Let's move forward 5 frames and bring scale Y back to 100%. You can set it manually or just copy and paste the first keyframe. That reopens the eyes and completes one full blink. If we scrub through the timeline, we can see the blink animation in action. Now let's preview the animation. Hit the spacebar to play it or click play in the timeline panel. Great. We've got a single blink animation. Let's make it loop so it keeps blinking over time. In the timeline settings, change the playback mode from one shot to loop. Also, let's set the duration to about 3 seconds, so the blink repeats every few seconds. Let's test it again. Perfect. The blink now repeats naturally. But the movement feels a bit stiff. It opens and closes at the same speed. Let's make it feel more natural using something called easing. Let's select the first 2 keyframes. On the right, there's the interpolation panel, which controls how the movement changes over time. Right now, it's set to linear, meaning the motion stays constant and feels a bit mechanical. Let's switch it to cubic mode. Now the animation starts slow, speeds up in the middle, and slows down again, just like a natural blink. This is called ease in-out. Easing is a more advanced topic, so don't worry if it feels a bit confusing for now. We'll explore it in detail later in Lesson 7. Let's play it one more time. Now the blink feels alive and more natural. Excellent. We've actually created a complete blink animation. Let's select our state machine in the animation panel, zoom out a bit, and play it in full. Great! We've just created a full blinking animation. Let's rename the timeline to Blink, so it's easier to recognize later. Perfect. Now let's add a bit more personality to the character. If we zoom out and look at our file, we can see it includes 2 design variations for the sunglasses and the character's outfit. We'll use these to create 2 different looks for our character and make them switch live using the toggle buttons on the screen. If we take a closer look at the hierarchy panel, we can see some special groups with an S icon next to their name. And each of their child layers has a small radio button beside it. These are called solo groups. They let us keep multiple design variations inside one group, but only one of them can be visible at a time. When I switch between the radio buttons, you can see we're toggling between 2 design versions. That's exactly what solo groups are for. You can see this setup used on several parts of the character: the glasses, the mouth, and the outfit. For example, we have 2 mouth variations, a happy one and an angry one. And 2 outfit styles, one red t-shirt and one tank top. This is perfect for creating different visual styles for the character. So let's set up the 2 character outfit states, one with rectangular glasses, a red shirt, and an angry expression, and another with round glasses, a smile, and a tank top. We'll start by creating the first state. Go to the animation panel and add a new timeline. Let's rename it Outfit 1. In this timeline, we want to define the design for our first outfit. Let's start with the solo group for the glasses. Select the group called Glasses Master in the Hierarchy panel. Now, in the Properties panel, there's a parameter called Solo. And under Active, you can see it's currently set to Glasses 1. Let's click the diamond icon next to it to create a keyframe and lock that selection for this outfit. Now let's move on to the Mouth Master group. Select it, and in the Solo property under Active, click the diamond icon to create a keyframe, locking the angry mouth for this outfit. And now let's move on to the Outfit Master group. Just like before, create a keyframe on the active property. Great. So now we've set it up so that Outfit 1 displays the correct layers and groups. Next, let's duplicate this timeline to create our second outfit and rename it to Outfit 2. Now select the Glasses Master group again. Now let's switch the selected design by clicking the second radio button in the hierarchy. Rive will automatically update the active value in the solo group and create a new keyframe. Now let's do the same for the mouth. Switch it to the second mouth variation. Then, for the Outfit Master, change it as well to the second outfit. Now if I toggle between the 2 timelines, you'll see it clearly. One outfit shows one look and the other switches to the second design. Logic that switches between them. First, let's select the state machine and drag it higher in the animation panel, so it's easier to find. Now let's understand what a state machine is. We'll have a full section in the course dedicated to it, since it's one of the core principles of Rive. Simply put, a state machine is a system that manages different animation states and controls when and how we move from one animation to another. For example, playing a specific animation when a button is pressed on, or in our case, switching between two outfits. We'll dive deep into state machines later in Lesson 10, but for now, let's go ahead and add the logic we need to switch between our two outfits. To set up the outfit logic, we'll need to create a new layer in our state machine. Go to the Layers panel and click the plus icon. In Rive, each layer controls a separate animation flow. The first layer is the one handling the blinking animation, so let's rename it to Blink. And let's rename the new layer to Outfit. This one will be in charge of handling the logic for switching between the two outfit states. Let's drag both of our outfit states onto the state machine canvas, and then connect them by creating transitions from any state. Simply drag a line from any state to each of the outfit states. Any state simply allows us to jump between different states, for example from one outfit to another, without worrying about the order or flow. We'll explore how and when to use it properly later in the course. Now we need to add the logic. If we run the state machine now, any state triggers both outfit states, causing the animation to flicker and rapidly switch outfits since there's no rule yet telling it which one to choose. To fix that, let's add some logic to tell the state machine which outfit to show. We'll do that using a tool called input. An input is basically a variable we can use to control logic inside the state machine. Let's open the Inputs panel, click the plus icon, and create a new input of type number. In the full course, we'll dedicate a full lesson to exploring all input types and learn when to use each one. This new input will tell the state machine which outfit to display, Outfit 1 or Outfit 2. Let's rename it Outfit Type. And set its default value to 1. This value will represent the first outfit. Now let's tell the state machine when to show each outfit. Select the transition from any state to Outfit 1, and then click the plus icon at the bottom to create a new condition. Now open the condition dropdown and select the input, Outfit Type. Then set the condition to if outfit type equals 1. Now select the second transition and add a condition for it as well. This time, set it to if outfit type equals 2. We've just set the logic for the state machine to decide which outfit to display. When outfit type is 1, it plays Outfit 1, and when it's 2, it switches to Outfit 2. Right now, the input's default is set to 1, so if we hit play, the animation automatically starts with the first outfit. If I change outfit type to 2 manually, it jumps straight to Outfit 2. Switch it back to 1, and it returns to Outfit 1. That's all thanks to the logic we defined using layers, transitions, conditions, and a number input, all of which we'll explore in depth later in the full course. But right now, if we rerun the animation and click the on-screen toggle buttons, nothing happens. We've set the logic behind the scenes, but we haven't hooked it up to any user actions yet. Next, we'll wire the buttons to this input so the outfits switch in real time. So let's make it interactive. Instead of changing the input manually, we'll connect the toggle buttons to it, so each click instantly switches the character's outfit in real time. So how do we do this? First, we need to define the clickable area that will detect the user clicks. We'll do that by creating 2 helper rectangles, one for each button, sized to match the buttons on the screen. So let's switch to Design mode. Let's create a rectangle for the first button. Select the rectangle tool and draw a box roughly the same size as the button. Lower its opacity to around 50% so we can see through it. And name it Outfit Hit 1. This will be our hit area, the part that detects when the user clicks the button. Now, in the hierarchy, there's a group that contains both buttons. Let's open it. Inside, you'll see one group for the first button and another for the second. Let's open those too. Each group contains the icon of the button. Now let's select Outfit Hit 1 and drag it right over the first button, so it sits perfectly on top of it. Let's duplicate it using Command D. and rename the copy to Outfit Hit 2. Now move it slightly to the right, just enough to cover the second button. And finally, drag it in the hierarchy so it sits inside the Outfit 2 group. Great! So now we've set up two rectangles that will act as our hit areas, the zones that detect when and where the user taps on the screen. Let's switch to Animate mode. Now we want to make those rectangles interactive and clickable. We'll do that using a listener. So let's open the Listener panel. A listener lets us detect user actions, like clicks, and respond to them by setting logic and triggering animations. It's the foundation of interactivity in Rive, and we'll explore it in detail later in Lesson 18. Let's create a listener for each of the buttons. Let's start with the left one. Select it and create a listener. You'll notice that a new listener was automatically created with the same name as the layer we made. On the right side, you can see it's already linked to that layer. Underneath, there's an event dropdown with a list of events we can listen for. Let's change it to click, since we want to react when the user clicks the button. Now we need to define what happens when the user clicks the left button. Rive automatically adds a default action. Let's delete it so we can set our own. Let's create a new action. Now, when the user clicks the left button, we want the character to switch to Outfit 1. We can do that by setting the outfit type value. So in the action list, choose Input Change. Now select the outfit type input in the dropdown and set its value to 1, which represent the first outfit. Basically, what we've told Rive here is, when the user clicks this rectangle on the screen, set the outfit type input to 1, and that triggers the Outfit 1 state in the state machine. Now let's do the same for the second button. Select Outfit Hit 2 and create a new listener to it as well. Then, set its event to click. Remove the default action and choose Input Change. Then select the outfit type input and set its value to 2. This means that when the user clicks the round glasses button, the outfit will switch to Outfit 2. Now, if we play the state machine, you'll see that when we click the right rectangle, the outfit type value changes to 2, and the character instantly switches to Outfit 2. If we click the left rectangle again, the outfit type value updates back to 1, switching us to the Outfit 1 state, and the design updates accordingly. Great! We've just finished setting up the button clicks. Each button now triggers the right outfit change in real time. Now that we've set up the clicks, let's select both hitboxes, the first and the second, and remove their background fill since we don't want them to be visible in the final design. Let's rerun it again. You'll see that when we click between the two buttons, the character's design switches instantly. We've just created a working interactive animation. Right now, the toggle knob stays in place. It doesn't move to show which option is active. Let's animate the knob so it slides to the selected state. Switch to Outfit 2, the one with the round glasses. Let's locate the toggle knob layer. It's called Toggle Selected. That's the small white rectangle indicating which button is currently active. Now let's make it move. When we click Outfit 2, we want the toggle knob to slide over to the round glasses position. At the first frame, add a keyframe on the Position X property that set its starting position before the movement begins. Then, move 10 frames forward on the timeline and drag the knob to align with the round glasses button. Let's play the animation. You can see the knob sliding toward the round glasses. Now, select those two keyframes and once again set the interpolation to ease in out to make the motion smoother and more natural. Perfect. Now let's do the same in reverse. When we click the first outfit button, the toggle knob should slide to the left. So copy the two keyframes we just made, then switch to Outfit 1 and paste them. Make sure you're still on the selected tag layer, and simply swap the first and second keyframes so the knob moves back to its first spot. So now, when we click on Outfit 1, the toggle button will slide back to its original position. Now let's play the full state machine. You can see that when I click the buttons now, the toggle moves along with them. Perfect. Let's add one more touch. A small bounce effect to the character. so it feels like the character reacts playfully whenever the outfit changes. Let's switch back to the Outfit 1 state. Now locate the Avatar Master Group. That's the container for the whole character. And inside it, choose Avatar Heatwave. With Avatar Heatwave selected, let's create a quick bounce. We'll slightly squash the character when the outfit changes, then bring it back to its original size. This will make it feel like the avatar is reacting naturally to the change. We'll squash the character using Scale X and Y parameters. Now that the character is selected, let's go to the Properties panel and add keyframes on Scale X and Scale Y. This locks in the avatar's original size at the start of the animation. Let's move forward about 5 frames. Now we'll squash the character slightly. Set Scale X to 110% to stretch it sideways and Scale Y to 90% to flatten it vertically. That gives the feeling of a quick, playful compression. If we scrub through the timeline, we can already see the character squashing, giving it a nice bouncy feel in motion. Now let's move forward another 5 frames and bring the character back to its original size. Just copy and paste the first keyframe. Now if we play the animation, you'll see a quick squash. The character compresses slightly, then pops back to its original size. Let's select those keyframes and apply ease in out here as well. That'll make the bounce smoother and feel more natural. Now select the avatar's keyframes, copy them, switch over to Outfit 2, and paste the keyframes. Perfect. Now both outfits share that same fun bounce effect. In a future lesson, we'll dive into the full squash and stretch principle and learn about elastic mode to make that bounce feel even more playful. Now let's preview the full state machine. Great! You can see we've built a fully interactive animation. The avatar blinks naturally, and we can switch its outfit in real time based on the toggle button. Now, there are 2 small animations included in this file. Let's turn them on to add a bit more depth and life to our scene. Let's turn on the visibility of the weather animation to add the sun. There's also another animation of little sweat drops showing the heat. Let's enable that too. Now let's hit play and watch the final project in action. In less than 25 minutes, we brought our character to life with animation and created a dynamic, customizable avatar. A smart setup that responds to user actions and changes in real time. We covered quite a few complex things here. It's a lot to take in for one short session. We didn't dive deep into every detail today. The goal was just to give you a quick glimpse of what's coming in the full course and a taste of what you'll soon be able to create in Rive. From animation basics like timelines, keyframes, and easing, to Rive's logic features like state machines, listeners, and inputs. You'll master each part step by step in the full course. So if you're ready to take this to the next level, in the full course, we'll build Weather Buddy completely from scratch. We'll design dynamic animated backgrounds, create the character from the ground up, bring everything together with advanced animation and logic, and even connect it to real data using data binding. You'll get full access to all the lessons, project files, and practice exercises. See you in the next lesson.